The Center for Christian Education, motivating people to know the truth, becoming free in Christ to serve others.
Greetings from Slovakia. The Lutheran Church has existed in our country since the time of Luther's Reformation. For 4 centuries, the Church figured as an active, influential force in the region. But at the end of World War II, the Warsaw Pact opened the way for Soviet domination in countries of Central and Eastern Europe. More than 40 years of communism in Slovakia threatened to extinguish the light of religious expression in our proud and once devout nation. Then, in 1989, the Berlin Wall crumbled. Communist rule was overthrown. The sudden vacuum of power left Slovaks in a moral and spiritual abyss. For many who had grown up under communism, it was a time of great uncertainty. Yet during this time it became clear, more than ever, Slovakia needed to hear the good news of Jesus Christ.
The motto of the Center for Christian Education is to motivate the people to know the truth, so they can become free in Christ to serve others. It is based on Jesus' words in John 8:32, "You will know the truth, and the truth will make you free."
Through the power and inspiration of the Holy Spirit, an idea took shape.
As we noticed as Christians, people were not happier because they don't change with the regime. And we should not be surprised when we read the rest of the chapter in John 8. It speaks about the different kind of truth, the truth that makes you free indeed. And Jesus is referring to knowing himself as the Son of God. And this knowledge sets people free, not just from the regime, but from the worst slavery, that is the slavery to sin. At the Center for Christian Education, we realize that this is the freedom and the truth that people need to know to be free indeed and to be happy indeed.
Bringing the gospel to a post-communist world requires professionally trained lay workers and Christian schools. To meet this challenge, we founded the Bible School of Martin, offering deep Bible study for lay workers and later education for youth and bachelor's degree programs in education. Martin, a city of 61,000, had been a communist stronghold during the Cold War and center for the munitions and arms industries. The Bible school prospered in Martin, attracting students from throughout the region.
Možno aj v dnešnej dobe, keď máme slobodu u nás na Slovensku, kedy je
In today's world, when we have freedom in Slovakia, basically in every aspect of our society, when we are surrounded by many different ideologies and religions, claiming they are the only true ones, it is extremely important to know who is the truth in our lives and remain in the gospel Jesus Christ left for us. Studying at Bible school in Martin gave me a lot, on both personal and knowledge level. Because I was not raised Christian and my family did not believe in God, I didn't attend any religion classes in elementary or high school. I really missed learning about God. I am very thankful to all my teachers here in Bible school that are very passionate about teaching, have great and deep knowledge, and could transfer this knowledge to us, students, in fun and understanding way. We didn't only study the Bible. We also had courses like dogmatics or practical theology that supplemented and fulfilled the knowledge we received from Bible and helped us apply what we learned in New and Old Testament.
As students in Martin Bible School, we were welcomed in great community and shared a true fellowship with my classmates. I have wonderful memories from working with children during summer camps. It created a strong bond among us students, and we remained wonderful friends until now.
Today, I work as one of the leaders of Bible study groups in one Lutheran congregation in Bratislava. It is a group of young working people that has outgrown regular church youth group, but still want to get together around Bible, learn about God, and serve in church.
Last 2 years, I have actively worked with children. I created a puppet show for kids where I played the main role of a girl named Dorka Svidorkova, and she lives in a fantasy fairy tale world named Fidorkova. Through telling these stories to the children, I try to draw them to become a part of this fairy tale world with me. The stories I tell are often Christian stories, and my goal is to mainly play for the kids that really need it. And so, with my program, I visit hospitals, orphanages, and I cooperate with Christian congregations in whole Slovakia. Through my work, I like to give a chance to unprivileged children to spend some time in a beautiful fairy tale reality.
When I came here, I really wished to know this truth and see how this truth will set me free. Thanks to God, I could really experience this happening in my life. Now, I strive to pass my experience on to others.
In 2004, we took the next step, opening the Lutheran elementary school that would provide high-quality Christian education with instruction in English. In that first year, we had just one class, welcoming 25 first graders. In subsequent years, the school expanded by adding the next grade. Today, the Lutheran elementary school has all 9 grades with 340 students. Its high academic standards place the Lutheran elementary school as one of the top elementary schools in Slovakia.
Equal Chance is a new social project of Lutheran Academy in Martin, Slovakia. Its goal is to provide an opportunity for children placed at Martin Orphanage to study not only at public schools here in town, but also in our Lutheran elementary school. We believe that by spending their time in a safe Christian environment, they will experience more love, of which they are so deprived of, but also find new friends and be better equipped for their adult life.
Word soon spread throughout Martin. The accredited Lutheran elementary school is unlike any school currently operating in our nation.
Hey! Hey, little boy! What day is it? It's Christmas Day! Ho-ho! Christmas? I didn't miss it. Oh, this is gonna be great. I thought I missed it, I thought I'd be dead, but I didn't miss it. And I'm alive, and now I know. Okay. All right. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I have an idea. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Hang on. I told Bob he had to go to work today. Oh, nuts. Okay, no problem. So he goes to work. He sits down at the table. Bob comes in. Bob, Scrooge says, "You're 2 minutes late."
For parents who attended elementary school under the communist regime, the Lutheran elementary school's joy-filled, positive environment is a marvel. They report that their children are changed. They see their children thriving in an educational setting that teaches Christian values and builds character. We see our students becoming the missionaries to their parents and families.
Marek was attending an ice hockey middle school. The ice hockey was his only priority, and he had all our support. He was a fairly good student and a good player. He wasn't feeling happy though. For a long time, Marek couldn't find friends there. Then, in the 7th grade, he joined confirmation class at the local congregation. Suddenly, Marek got to know new friends and he started to feel comfortable. One day, he came with the idea of transferring to Lutheran Academy. We were shocked, but it was a positive shock.
I can see we have two little gospel preachers at home who lead us back to the things that have been covered in dust, and they are being polished again. They have questions regarding the Bible passages, and we as parents have to sit down and reread the texts, not to look stupid having no answers for their questions.
Mark began to enjoy new school not only from the academic perspective, but also from the perspective of his faith. He started to experience his faith differently. At the same time, the change has deeply influenced our family.
My wife and I are both working. When our daughter was just 2 years old, we are forced to look for a kindergarten for her. Once she surprised us greatly as we were sitting down by the dinner table. Our daughter folded her hands and said, "Dear God, thank you for this meal." We as parents were overwhelmed, wondering, where does this spring from in such a little kid's mind? It was, of course, very cute. As we asked her about it, she responded, "Well, when we go to the dining hall with classmates, we always thank God. It is great to see that our children are being taught good manners and respect."
Mark has been deeply transformed by his faith. I have to admit that I sometimes feel ashamed when I'm confronted by my 17-year-old. For example, last Saturday, Mark asked me whether I plan on coming to church next day. I replied no, because I wanted to fix a fancy lunch that day. Then Mark told me that he had just had a discussion with our pastor, who told Mark how much he hates fixing Sunday lunches to be an apology for not attending the church service. And at that moment, I have realized that Mark was right, and I felt intimidated by his words. The next morning, I went to the church and I managed to fix the lunch early in the morning. I was satisfied and Mark was happy too. Our younger son is 5. The little one really wants to come to church, and I take him along despite he sometimes drives me crazy as he plays constantly there. His highlight of the service is a sign of the cross made by the pastor on his forehead.
I would say they contributed to a rise of spirituality in our family.
I would say they go beyond the level of our parents because they talk to their grandparents as well. My mom would start attending the church regularly again. Thus, many things have changed in our family.
It was truly an eye-opening experience when I had a chance to watch what a school can look like and what the approach of the teachers here is. My children come home from school with positive feelings and they enjoy returning back to school a lot more than we did when we were kids. For me, it is a sign that their school is not just a mindless drill and it far exceeds mandatory school requirements. For them, the school is also fun and the time they spend there is meaningful.
The idea of Christian education continues to expand. In 2012, we opened our preschool and kindergarten, serving 3 to 6-year-olds.
In our Lutheran preschool, where I'm teaching my first year, we start with morning devotions. We talk with kids about God. We sing worship songs and teach them Bible verses. And during the whole day, we try to teach them and lead them to be nice and respectful to each other and to listen to what God is telling us.
The teachers are working with our kids and teach them something new every day. She comes home one day with a new English vocabulary, and it was surprising to us to see that as she was leaving the kindergarten one day, she was already looking forward for the next day, for her friends and the time. It was great to see for us, as parents, that despite the fact that she spent her days without us, she is still enjoying it.
As a little child, I spent some years in an orphanage, and then I was placed in several professional families, so-called foster families, and I still live with the last one. Being raised in the first family wasn't easy for me. There were a lot of us kids, and each one came from different original family. I went through a lot of hard situations in these times, and we were beaten, and not nice things were happening at this place that afflicted me for life. But later, I came into one family where they showed us very unlimited love and tenderness, and gave a whole new meaning and value to my understanding of family is. In this family, we were led to God, and honestly, that's why I can stand here today. Through my work as a teacher here, I would like to share and pass on the seed of faith that my parents planted in me.
In the fall of 2013, the school expanded once again to include a bilingual high school. Many of the school's entering freshmen were members of that 2004 charter class of first grade students. The high school's rigorous 5-year program prepares students for university study in a global world. At full enrollment, the high school will accommodate 243 students.
I was the very first grader of Lutheran elementary school, which started in 2004. And after several years, I left the school because of my personal problems. And when I ended the necessary time of studying the primary school, which we have in Slovakia, I went on gymnasium, our high school, which is bilingual, and I'm happy that I came back.
I like that my school gives me opportunity to visit and travel foreign countries, and also that it gives us outlook how other communities and societies work. And I really like that we understand what they are talking about and how they live.
I started to attend this school a year ago, and I am happy that I can be here. In our school, our teachers give us possibilities to have our own opinion and to discuss about different themes, to find the positives and negatives about themes and not be afraid to say what we want to say.
I attended this school from the very beginning of the elementary school, and then I continued at the high school. At our school, I like that family feeling which I have with many teachers and also with my classmates. We don't spend our time only at school, so we have good relationships. We can use our relationship experiences and also religious way of thinking about things which we get at our school, also at other places. For example, Vacation Bible School, where many of us help at summer. We also help at many other camps. So I am glad that I can attend this school because many times it feels like it's my other family.
The most important thing after learning about God is that teachers don't give us only some knowledge or some basic education like on other schools, but they give us also general wisdom, and that's very important, I think, and that's the general difference between other state schools in Slovakia.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare Him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and heaven and nature sing.
In 2013, Lutheran Academy was established combining all four: preschool, kindergarten, elementary school, and bilingual high school. Today, with 464 students, the Lutheran Academy is the largest Protestant Christian school in Slovakia. The Academy is widely considered the premier school in Martin. While operating at full capacity and maintaining a waiting list thanks to the generosity of many donors, the Lutheran Academy does not turn a family away because of their inability to pay. In addition, our school teaches its students to celebrate differences among people and respect those with special needs. Our educational programs include special education for those students who require it.
Máme 3 detičky tu na evangelickej spojenej škole.
We have 3 children in the Lutheran elementary and middle school. The oldest daughter is in the 6th grade. The middle one, the boy, is in the 2nd grade. The youngest one is finishing the Lutheran preschool and is getting ready for the Lutheran elementary school. Our daughter suffers from dyslexia. She has difficulties reading text, which is not an easy thing. The middle one also has similar difficulties. They are called today learning disabilities, namely the attention deficit disorder.
I work as a school psychologist. I joined the team 7 years ago, and I'm very happy that this job fulfills my dream to connect my professional career with my faith. We have several children who are integrated, and in my work, I mainly cooperate with our special ed teacher.
I take care of 40 children, out of whom 20 are integrated, and the other 20 are in preventive care. In my opinion, it is important that these pupils have the same opportunities as other kids, despite these children have their handicaps and weaknesses.
No, takže obidvoch máme vlastne integrovaných. V tej škole mohli fungovať aj napriek.
They both, the daughter and boy, are under the integrated student support that allows them to function normally in the class despite of their handicaps.
S tými detičkami pracujú, ktorí ich už od dá sa povedať, od tej škôlky, lebo aj
The school has an ICC teacher and a school psychologist who work consistently with the students even from the kindergarten level.
vedia im v podstate pomôcť. A tým pádom ich vedia začleniť do toho kolektívu.
They know these students very well and are ready to assist them and integrate them into the class.
A to znamená, že vlastne
Therefore, my kids have the same chance to prosper and develop as healthy children.
tie deti, ktoré takéto problémy nemajú.
Gaining the trust of parents is crucial. They have to trust me that I know what I'm doing with their child. My experience with parents is really positive because we talk about many other issues and they raise many other questions and problems at our meetings. Moreover, I often connect parents with teachers and create channels of communication between these two sides. This is important for the benefit of their child.
Náš pocit z tejto školy je, že to nie je len vzdelávanie.
Our feeling is that this school is not only a knowledge-aiming institution, but predominantly a nurturing place, promoting good values, which is not usual nowadays. The school provides integrated support for children with various learning disabilities. Therefore, the healthy children view them as an integral part of society and do not show off their superiority or ridicule them. My children have never experienced such a bad attitude in this school. This is not common in the other schools. I have to confess what I have said to my wife, that if there were a chance for me to attend the Lutheran elementary school when I was a schoolboy, it would be my choice.
Our younger daughter, Zhovka, has a hard time parting from her belongings. She really values her toys. When she came home with the project of international social help, when she had an opportunity to send something to children in former Yugoslavia, I was totally surprised. She started to gather her toys and books saying we should send this and that. Social projects are another thing which we had never experienced as children. These are the projects that are meaningful, and I think they can enrich Mark. At the same time, he is able to experience that the hard work is also rewarded. Mark just came back from Strasbourg in France. He was in Bratislava at the reception held by the President of Slovak Republic. He visited also London. Mark visited Auschwitz, and I think it deeply touched him. These things I have never, and probably never will, experience myself.
Today, the Church in Slovakia has begun to rediscover its purpose and mission. There is new life and hope for Christianity in Slovakia, particularly for institutions that provide Christian education. Still, Christian schools experience the after effects of a society that grew up under communism, and the Church continues to struggle mightily from a shortage of professional lay workers with experience and training. Yet, after 16 years in operation, we now serve more than 500 people on a regular basis. Slovakia needed to hear the good news of Jesus Christ. Today, the CCE consists of all educational and serving activities that God provides through us.
Instrumental to carrying out our mission is a network of partner churches across the United States and Europe. These congregations provide financial as well as hands-on support, teaching English as a foreign language, operating vacation Bible school programs, and mounting extensive building renovation projects. Some of our U.S. partners have worked alongside CCE for more than a decade. Many volunteers tell us their CCE experience is life-transforming.
My name is Paul Berge. I serve as the director of Vision Slovakia, a ministry out of St. Andrew's Lutheran Church in Mahtomedi, Minnesota. We started this ministry not too many years after the wall went down. I started coming in the year 2000 when I had met Bodan and Adrian, and we created a curriculum that is being used with the neighboring University of Jelena, where students there can earn a master's degree in an area of their expertise, but also be qualified through the Bible school faculty to serve as teachers of religion in the public schools. I've been coming here to teach Vacation Bible School for the last several years, and it's been a joy to be a part of the partnership that we at St. Andrew's and Vision Slovakia, several other churches, have with the Center for Christian Education here.
I'm Jan Kurtula, and this is my second year here at Slovakia. It's actually my first year teaching. I came last year with the choir, and I was so moved by the music and by the instructors and by the ministers that I knew I just had to come back. And I'm going to cry, because every time I think about the children here, and I think about everything that's been accomplished and what we have yet to accomplish, I feel I need to be here.
My name is Julie Grape. I'm here with Roseville Lutheran Church. I became involved in this missionary work from my friends at St. Andrew's Lutheran Church. This is my third year here, and I teach the four-year-olds Vacation Bible School, and it is just a joy to see their faces when you tell them the stories of Jesus and give them crafts to do to enhance their creativity, and see the smiles and the delight and hear them telling the same stories to their parents.
I'm Catherine Jandeska, and I come from the suburbs of Chicago. This is my third mission trip to CCE. The first time I was here, I taught ESL to adults. The second year, ESL to children of the elementary school. And this year, for the first time in my life, I'm teaching Vacation Bible School. Why am I here? I see it's God's hand at work in this place. What is God calling us to do in our life? And I think it's to expand the kingdom. And I see it going on here in a very exciting and inspiring way. I think all Americans should come to this place and see for themselves what's happening in Martin, because it truly is a miracle.
As CCE's ministry has grown, the need for space to house our programs has become more pressing. We are engaged in our ongoing pursuit to identify available space and, where possible, to acquire properties to grow our campus, ideally located near Martin City Square. The long-term acquisition of this property and its subsequent renovation by U.S. partners represents a significant milestone in our history. In this regard, we have nurtured another important partnership, our relationship with municipal government. CCE has always strived to be a good neighbor in the community, and over the years, our ministry has attracted the attention of Martin's Mayor Andre Hernsjaer and the City Council. After learning of our need to acquire additional space for our programs, the City Council further cemented our relationship by voting to deed a city-owned building to us at a nominal cost.
The city of Martin got actively involved in the CCE project not only via expert consultation of the main city architect, but predominantly by leasing a lucrative property in the downtown of Martin for 50 years for the symbolic price of €1. The city of Martin decided to lease to the CCE, although we have many lucrative offers from the various businessmen who wanted to buy it from us.
Our most pressing space concern at this time is to acquire a building to house the high school. Currently, school activities operate across 6 separate buildings. Classes began last fall in a remote building more than 1 mile from the CCE campus. This temporary solution is available only for the 2014-2015 school year. To assure the smooth operation and future of the high school, it is critical that we secure the necessary facilities. Recently, we learned of a property available for purchase that would be perfect venue for the high school. A 3-story building adjacent to the main campus, the 50,000 square foot building is vacant and ready to be renovated with 16 classrooms, a cafeteria, and a gymnasium. A local bank has agreed to underwrite a €1 million loan. Renovation could start immediately with classrooms on the first floor ready by September 2015.
Our God has opened for us a very exciting and new window of opportunity, and we should use this opportunity to our best possibilities to spread His good news around Slovakia.
Gifts of any amount will help CCE achieve this goal and prosper the high school for generations to come. Your gift to CCE, a 501c3 organization, qualifies us as a charitable contribution.
Little by little, the church has begun to rediscover its purpose and mission. There is a new life and hope for Christianity in Slovakia. Please partner with us to make Christ known to the people of Slovakia.